Welcome to the Iowa DMV Written Test with real questions and answers from the Iowa DMV. Before we get started, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons so you never miss an update and help support the channel. Now let's dive into all the questions and answers you need to study for your Iowa test.
When driving near heavy trucks, other drivers and highway users must make allowances for A. The increased stopping distance required by large vehicles. B. The decreased stopping distance required by large vehicles. C. The decreased noise of larger vehicles. D. The increased speed of larger vehicles. A. The increased stopping distance required by large vehicles. When driving near heavy trucks, other drivers and highway users must make allowances for the increased stopping distance required by the large vehicles. Drivers of smaller vehicles should remain in locations where they can be seen by the driver of the large vehicle and where their view of traffic is not blocked by the vehicle. When driving in bad weather, drivers should A. Increase their speed to reach their final destination more quickly. B. Decrease their following distance. C. Increase their following distance. D. None of the above. C. Increase their following distance. When driving on wet roads, drivers should increase their following distance. When driving at night, you should A. Always use your high beams. B. Look directly at the headlights of an oncoming vehicle. C. Increase your following distance. C. Increase your following distance. Driving at night is more hazardous than daytime driving because the lowered visibility makes it difficult to judge speed, distances, and other potential hazards. Increase your following distance to help prevent a potential collision if the vehicle in front of you should stop abruptly. Use your headlights when driving at night, following the rules for proper usage of high beams and low beams. When driving in a construction zone, A. Slightly increase your speed. B. Expect the unexpected. C. Expect construction workers to yield to motorists. D. Expect the unexpected. You may encounter unexpected conditions in a construction zone. For the safety of yourself, other drivers, and construction workers, drive with extraordinary caution. When double solid yellow lines separate lanes of traffic, A. Passing is permitted from the left. B. Passing is permitted from the right. C. Passing is not permitted from either direction. C. Passing is not permitted from either direction. Yellow lines separating lanes of traffic indicate that traffic is moving in opposite directions. Double solid lines indicate that passing is not permitted from either direction. Want to ace your DMV test? Go to cheatsheets.com and get your guaranteed cheat sheet. A diamond-shaped sign is A. Road hazard sign. B. Interstate route sign. C. School crossing sign. D. Speed limit sign. A. Road hazard sign. Warning signs are normally diamond-shaped and yellow, although orange warning signs are used in work areas. Such signs warn that you are approaching a hazardous location or an area where special rules apply. There are two traffic lanes moving in your direction. You are driving in the left lane and many vehicles are passing you on the right. If the driver behind you wishes to drive faster, you should A. Stay in your lane so you don't impede the flow of traffic. B. Drive onto the left shoulder to let the other vehicles pass. C. Move into the right lane when it is safe. C. Move into the right lane when it is safe. To drive quickly, pass or turn left, use the left lane. Use the right lane when driving more slowly than surrounding traffic, entering the road, or turning right. A pedestrian starts to cross the street after the don't walk signal begins to flash. The pedestrian is in the middle of the street when your signal light changes to green. You should A. Proceed if you have the right of way. B. Proceed if the pedestrian is not in your lane. C. Wait until the pedestrian crosses the street before proceeding. C. Wait until the pedestrian crosses the street before proceeding. At a green light, you must give the right-of-way to any vehicle, bicyclist, or pedestrian in the intersection. If a pedestrian begins crossing the street after the traffic signal light starts flashing, wait until they have crossed the street before proceeding. In an area with a speed limit of 45 miles per hour or less, you must signal a turn continuously during the last. Fill in the blank. Before turning, A. 100 feet, B. 200 feet, C. 300 feet, A. 100 feet. Signal at least 100 feet before a turn when driving at speeds of 45 miles per hour or slower. If the speed limit is above 45 miles per hour, you must signal at least 300 feet before you turn. This sign means A. School ahead, B. School crossing, C. Pedestrian crossing, D. Construction workers on or near the roadway, C. Pedestrian crossing. Warning signs are usually diamond-shaped with black markings on a yellow background. They alert drivers to upcoming hazards. This sign indicates that there may be pedestrians crossing the road ahead. This sign means A. No left turn, B. Flagger ahead, C. Two-way left turn, D. Turn right or go through, A. No left turn. Regulation signs regulate traffic speed and movement, displaying rules which drivers must obey. This regulation sign means that left turns are prohibited. As you approach an intersection with a flashing yellow light, A. Stop before crossing the intersection, B. Slow down and proceed with caution, C. Wait for a green light before proceeding, B. Slow down and proceed with caution. A flashing yellow light means that you should slow down, check for cross traffic, and proceed with caution. Pedestrians in crosswalks and at intersections always have the right of way. A. True, B. False, A. True. Pedestrians have the right of way when crossing the road at an intersection. A crosswalk exists anywhere that two streets intersect, whether the crosswalk is marked or unmarked. Lanes of traffic moving in the same direction are divided by. Fill in the blank. Lines. A. Yellow, B. White, C. Red, D. Black, B. White. Solid white lines are used to separate lanes traveling in the same direction, as well as to mark the right edge of the road. Broken white lines separate lanes traveling in the same direction and may be crossed to pass. Yellow lines separate lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. When merging onto a freeway, it is usually best to A. Proceed slowly while waiting for an opening, B. Accelerate to a speed that is faster than the speed of traffic, C. Turn on your hazard lights until safely on the freeway, D. Accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic, D. Accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic. When entering a freeway, use the on-ramp to accelerate to the speed of freeway traffic so you can blend in smoothly and safely. Entering traffic must yield to traffic already on the freeway. You want to turn left at an intersection. The light is green but oncoming traffic is heavy. You should A. Use the next intersection, B. Wait at the crosswalk for traffic to clear, C. Wait in the center of the intersection for traffic to clear, D. Take the right-of-way since you have a green light, C. Wait in the center of the intersection for traffic to clear. When making a left turn where there is approaching traffic, you must wait for the approaching traffic to go through before you turn. You may enter the intersection to prepare for your left turn if the light is green and no other vehicle ahead of you plans to make a left turn. This sign shows one type of A. Intersection, B. Road curve, C. Right turn, D. Lane change. A. Intersection. This sign indicates that an intersection with a crossing road is ahead. If you park facing uphill on a street with a curb, set the parking brake and A. Turn the front wheels toward the curb, B. Turn the front wheels away from the curb, C. Leave the front wheels straight, B. Turn the front wheels away from the curb. When parking uphill on a road that has a curb, your wheels should be turned away from the curb. When parking uphill on a street without a curb or when parking downhill, your wheels should be turned toward the curb or edge of the road. This sign means A. Narrow bridge ahead, B. Lane ends or roadway narrows ahead, C. Industrial area, D. Freeway on-ramp ahead, B. Lane ends or roadway narrows ahead. Warning signs are usually diamond-shaped with black markings on a yellow background. They alert drivers to upcoming hazards. This sign warns drivers that the right lane is ending or that the road is narrowing ahead. This sign is a warning that you are approaching A. An intersection, B. A crosswalk, C. A railroad crossing. C. A railroad crossing. A round sign means you are approaching a railroad crossing. This sign is posted a few hundred feet in front of the tracks and tells drivers to slow down, look, listen, and prepare to stop. When driving in fog, rain, or snow, use A. Low beams, B. High beams, C. Fog lights only. A. Low beams. Low beam headlights should be used in fog, rain, and snow. The light from high beams will reflect back to the driver under these weather conditions, causing a glare that will make it difficult to see ahead. A driver should A. Assume all drivers automatically obey the right-of-way rules. B. Assume most drivers obey the right-of-way rules. C. Always be prepared to yield the right-of-way. C. Always be prepared to yield the right-of-way. Although the right-of-way rules provide a guide to determine who should yield the right-of-way at an intersection, no one should assume they automatically have the right-of-way. The situation and circumstances at an intersection must always be considered. Drivers should yield their legal right-of-way if it can help prevent a collision. This road sign means A. Parking spaces are reserved for people with disabled parking permits. B. A circular intersection is ahead. C. Traffic in the lane must turn in the direction of the arrow. D. Lanes are reserved for buses and vehicles with a driver and one or more passengers. A. Parking spaces are reserved for people with disabled parking permits. This sign marks parking spaces that are reserved for people with disabled parking permits. On long trips, you can prevent drowsiness by A. Turning on your car radio. B. Slowing down. C. Stopping at regular intervals for a rest. D. Moving your eyes from side to side as you drive. C. Stopping at regular intervals for a rest. To prevent drowsiness on long trips, you should schedule regular stops. Give yourself time to rest and stretch, even if you are not feeling tired. You cannot pass safely on a two-way, two-lane street unless A. You are able to clearly see the road ahead. B. You can return to your lane before meeting oncoming traffic. C. Your vehicle is capable of the speed necessary to pass. D. All of the above. D. All of the above. You cannot pass safely when driving on a two-way, two-lane street unless you can clearly see the road ahead. You can return to your lane before meeting oncoming traffic, and your vehicle is capable of the speed necessary to pass. Do not pass where it is illegal and unsafe to do so. On a green arrow, you must A. Yield to any vehicle, bicycle, or pedestrian in the intersection. B. Yield to pedestrians only in the intersection. C. Wait 4 seconds before proceeding. A. Yield to any vehicle, bicycle, or pedestrian in the intersection. A green arrow means go. You must turn in the direction the arrow is pointing after you yield to any vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians who are still in the intersection. Which of the following is not a safe driving practice when driving on the interstate? A. Slower traffic must keep to the right. B. Change lanes without signaling. C. If you miss your exit, you must go to the next exit. B. Change lanes without signaling. You should always signal when moving your vehicle to the right or left. On an interstate, you should stay in the right lane if you are moving more slowly than the surrounding traffic. It is illegal to back up or make a U-turn on interstate highways, so if you miss your exit, you should proceed to the next exit. The maximum posted speed limit should be driven only A. During the night, B. During the day, C. Under ideal conditions. C. Under ideal conditions. The posted maximum speed limit is the fastest legal speed you can travel on a road under ideal conditions. It is safest to drive at the same speed as surrounding traffic, up to the maximum speed limit. Maintaining a safe speed at all times is a responsibility shared by all motorists. This sign indicates that A. There is a steep hill ahead. B. No trucks are allowed on the upcoming hill. C. A logging road is ahead. A. There is a steep hill ahead. Warning signs are usually yellow with black markings. This sign warns drivers about an upcoming steep hill. Drivers should slow down and be ready to control their speed and protect their brakes from damage. Stress can affect your driving by A. Lowering your ability to focus on driving. B. Decreasing your chances of an accident. C. Causing you to fall asleep at the wheel. D. Making you more aware of others around you. A. Lowering your ability to focus on driving. Emotions can have a great effect on your driving ability. You may not be able to drive well if you are overly worried, excited, afraid, angry, or sad. Stress can lessen your concentration on the task of driving. It is better to wait to drive than to risk driving while you are emotionally unstable. Motorcycles are entitled to A. The bicycle lane. B. The same full lane width as other motor vehicles. C. Half the width of a lane. D. The width of the sidewalk. B. The same full lane width as other motor vehicles. Lane usage for the motorcyclist is critical. Motorcycles are entitled to the same full lane width as all other vehicles. When a stop is required at an intersection and no markings appear to indicate a stop line or crosswalk, a driver, A, is not required to stop. B, is required to slow down to make sure crossing traffic is clear. C, should stop only at a place where they can see at least 200 feet on either side, even if they have to enter the intersecting roadway. D, should stop where they have a clear view of approaching traffic before they enter the intersecting roadway. D, should stop where they have a clear view of approaching traffic before they enter the intersecting roadway. If there is no stop line or crosswalk, you should stop at the point nearest to the intersecting roadway where you can get a view of approaching traffic. You should not enter the intersecting roadway to gain a better view. This sign means A, no right turn. B, you must turn right. C, watch for traffic on your right. D, don't park on the right side of the street. A, no right turn. A sign with a red circle and slash over a symbol indicates that the action represented by the symbol. In this example, a right turn is not allowed. You are waiting in the intersection to complete a left turn. You should A, signal and keep your wheels turned to the left. B, signal and keep your wheels straight. C, flash your headlights so drivers will let you through. D, drive around the rear of a car if it blocks you. B, signal and keep your wheels straight. You must always signal before turning or changing lanes. You should keep your wheels straight while waiting to make a left turn. If another vehicle hits you from behind, this ensures that you will not be pushed into oncoming traffic. When crossing a sidewalk to enter traffic from an alley or driveway, drivers should A, stop only if pedestrians are on the sidewalk. B, stop before driving onto the sidewalk or sidewalk area. C, expect pedestrians on the sidewalk to yield the right-of-way. B, stop before driving onto the sidewalk or sidewalk area. When leaving an alley, driveway, or parking lot to enter a roadway, you must stop before driving onto a sidewalk or sidewalk area. Pedestrians and existing traffic have the right-of-way.